Hello, happy Friday, and welcome to our Adobe Express live stream. My name is Liz Mosley, and today we are going to be designing a Thanksgiving menu. Now, we don't actually really celebrate Thanksgiving in the UK, but I know a lot of our audience and our viewers are in North America. So, yeah, we're going to be doing a Thanksgiving menu. And also, this obviously you can use for any type of event. So I've decided I'm gonna make myself a menu for Christmas dinner. We're hosting Christmas this year, so I thought I'd be a bit out there and a bit over the top and make a printed menu. So let's just see who is in the chat. We've got Tim, Oliver, Caroline, hi Nadia, Jane. Oh, I was just watching Jane's live stream. That was really cool. Sean, Tony, hi Tony. So nice to have you all with me. If you are watching it on YouTube and you want to come and join us in the chat, feel free, head over to b.net/Adobe Live. So let's head into Adobe Express because we haven't got much time, and let's get started. So today I thought that I'm going to save myself some time and I'm going to start with a template rather than starting from scratch. While I do that, maybe you can tell me in the chat whether you celebrate Thanksgiving, and if you do, what's your favorite dish? So Sean's just said that he's going to be eating pizza in Italy for Turkey Day. I mean, that sounds amazing. Have fun in Italy. I love Italy. So yeah, tell me what your favorite dish is, and I will start searching for a template to use. So we've got a few menu templates here, but actually I think this one right at the top has, I want to save time by not having to write out all the dishes, and this one's got some good sounding meals on. So I'm going to start from that one. Okay, so the first thing that I want to think about today is I want to set this up so that I can get this menu printed, because if I was doing Thanksgiving, it might be nice to like put them out on the table so that my guests can see what to expect. So I'm going to head over to the resize button to start with, and I'm going to click on enter size. Now, you'll see here that the current dimensions are A4. I want it to be A5. But I also want to make sure that I've got bleed around it so that I can send it to the printers. And I want there to be 3 mil bleed. So I'm going to add 6 mil onto each of my sizes. So if I'm doing it A5 dimensions, that's 148 by 210. So what I'm going to do is add 6 mil to each of those sizes. I wrote it down beforehand so that I didn't have to do basic maths on stream, because as with my spelling, that's not my strong point. So we've got 154 mil by 216. So that's just going to give me an extra 3 mil all the way around. And it means that when I export this as a PDF, I can send it off to the printers and they're going to be able to chop it down without there being any annoying white lines around the edges. So as simple as that, I've resized it. I just going to need to make sure that I don't put anything important around this sort of 3 mil around the edge, which I wouldn't, but just something to bear in mind if your design flows off the edge. So Sean's favorite dish for Thanksgiving is football. Jane's English, so no Thanksgiving for her, but Christmas could be turkey, lamb, or beef. Oh, interesting. You go for a variety. Cheesy mashed taters. Sean, is taters potatoes? I don't know. I feel like I should know that. Anyway, Jane says sums always let you down when done in public. Absolutely. There's a lot of things that let me down when I'm on a live stream, and spelling and maths are definitely those things. So I'm going to use this as a starting point because I want this menu here. Some of this stuff sounds amazing. But I'm going to actually get rid of quite a lot of these aspects. In fact, all of it. I'm going to get rid of all of it apart from the menu text and customize it for myself. And the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to go to design assets. And actually, no, sorry, I'm going to go to photos. I want to find like a nice paper texture like an image of some paper texture to put in the background. Um, Tony says it's a typo. Sean eats gators. Sean's trying to Americanize it for me. Caroline doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving. She prefers chicken to turkey. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. But her favorite thing at Christmas is pigs in blankets. Yes, I love the pigs in blankets for sure. Right, so let's type paper in to the stock images, and I'm just going to have a look for something that's not not too crinkled like this, but something that's just going to add a nice bit of texture to the back of our design. Maybe something like this. Let's see how that looks. Yes, nice. That's the sort of thing that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to head over to my stack of layers here, and I'm going to move that back so that the menu comes up on top. And then next up, I'm going to add my title. And I want to make it all nice and personalized. I'm going to put Liz's, sorry, Liz's Thanksgiving dinner. I do have an American friend in Cardiff who sometimes invites me to his Thanksgiving dinner, which is really fun. So let's just have a play around with what fonts we want. Oh yeah, sorry, I should have done any vegetarians probably. Caroline's right, don't want to hear about pigs in blankets. I think the thing that always surprises me when I've been to American Thanksgiving is that they have mashed potato often instead of roast potatoes, or maybe as well as roast potatoes. Either way, there's a lot of potatoes, but I'm a fan. I'm a fan of potatoes. So let's have a little look and find something a bit more interesting. Wow, look at that. Schlop regular. I think I want to go for a sort of hand-drawn font. And what I'm going to do is my little trick again, actually. I'm going to head to Adobe Fonts. And, oh, that's not what I wanted to go to. Here we go. And I'm going to just wait for it to sign me in. It should sign me in automatically. And I'm going to have a little search because I find it easier to find what I'm looking for using these parameters. So let's see, we can find something that we like here. Yeah, Jane's with me. It has to be roast potatoes. I think it has to be roast potatoes as well. I don't mind if it's roast potatoes and mash, but it can't be no roast potatoes. So let's have a little look and see what we can find. Ooh, lemongrass is quite nice. I'll try not to take too long doing this. You could just like I could do a whole stream just corner store, that's nice. I could do a whole stream just looking for fonts. So let's not waste our time doing that. Right, corner store. Nice. Oh, okay. I'm salivating now. I'm loving the chat and I'm loving the food chat. Sean's just described deep fried turkey. Wow. Caroline loves roast parsnips. I'm not a parsnip fan, which I think is unusual. I know a lot of people love them. But yeah, it's not my thing. So I'm just gonna get these bits in place and then we'll start having a play around with how we can decorate our menu. Annika, hi Annika. Annika's just said, did someone say fonts? Which one are we activating? Annika just activates all the time. Is that bad? No, I'm with you. Just activate them all. There's just so many good ones. But I could spend a silly amount of time just scrolling through them. So let's just move this up a little bit. I'm going to start thinking about colors in a bit, and also adding some like nice illustrative bits around the edge. And what I'm thinking today is that I'm going to make my menu, but then I'm also going to make some little place names that match the style. So it's going to be good. It would make your table look really cute, I think. So yeah. Sean says cheesecake is a must. Tony's. Oh, I knew someone was going to mention chips. Oh no, you mentioned chips or you mentioned popcorn? I can't tell. Caroline says absolutely no sprouts for me. I am with you, Caroline. I basically eat one sprout a year. It's become tradition. I eat one sprout on Christmas Day, and that is it. Right, I'm gonna go to design assets and actually design something instead of just talking about food. So I want to find some sort of paint textures, because if you've followed any of my live streams before, you know I love that sort of thing. And I'll just rearrange my layers so that it goes behind the text. Ooh, there we go. That's what I want. Let's find a few others. Oh, I like this. This is yeah, this is the sort of thing that I was after. Just I love designs that have got lots of texture on them and that have a sort of bit of a lo-fi hand sort of created element. Okay, and then I'm gonna go into shapes and put in Thanksgiving. And what I love is that you can look at all this. Okay, so I'm gonna start adding a few of these elements. I think I might get this turkey in there because he amuses me. Maybe I will just add that in the middle there. Might just nudge dinner over a tiny bit so it's not too close. But yeah, I need to bear in mind actually that I don't want to get too close to the edge because I've added my bleed. Okay, what else shall we add? What's like, this is nice and autumnal. Maybe some acorns. I don't know if that's very Thanksgiving-y, but I guess it's autumnally. So we'll get some of these little design assets positioned around the menu. Sean says, wonder if it's better price-wise to choose the right textured stock other than print the texture. That is a very good question. Yeah, I think there's definitely that's definitely a good point, Sean. I think maybe like if I was sending this out digitally, it'd be nice to have the texture in the background. Sometimes like textured stock does add to the cost, but it would feel nicer if it was on the actual textured stock rather than that it was just in the background. But for today's design, I'm just having a bit of fun and I like how it looks. But yeah, there's like lots of really, that's another one of my favorite things to do, is to just stroke bits of paper that have different stocks. Hashtag graphic designer nerd. I like these little these little symbols. I'm not sure what that is. Anybody got any idea? Like, it looks like an apple coming out of a croissant. But yeah, if anyone can enlighten me, let me know. Oh, I like this pie. Ooh. At the moment, I haven't like done anything with the colors, so I'm gonna change the colors in a bit because I'm not really into what is currently on there. But I thought I'd just get the symbol bits on the little illustrative bits that I need in first. Maybe some apples. That's quite Thanksgiving-y, isn't it? Oh, a cornucopia with an apple and I can't even say it. Is it cornucopia? Yeah. Anyway, I can't say it. That makes sense. Thanksgiving. Sean says we say fall. Yeah, you guys say fall. I need to remember that. Oh, great. Tim's been doing some Googling. A large horn-shaped container overflowing with produce, flowers, or nuts. Okay, excellent. Thanks, Tim. Okay. Let's start playing around with the colors because at the moment it is upsetting me how this color situation. I'm just going to play around with some different. Whoa, that's actually that was quite cool. I quite like a bit of neon, and that's quite nice. Oh, Tony's giving me showing me how to say it. Cornucopia. Cornucopia. Oh dear. I need to stop saying it over and over again. Okay, what do people think for colors? We can go quite bright with a bit of neon in it, or quite traditional. We can search Thanksgiving and see what it comes up with, or maybe in a minute I'll try fall and see what that gives me. Yeah, lots of oranges, maybe some bright oranges. That is not going to be legible at all. Let's see. Oh, I quite like that. Let's try fall. See what we get. Oh, that's quite nice. I quite like the sort of slightly muted colors. Let's go with that for now. I'm always a fan of green. Okay, everyone's giving me suggestions on how to say cornucopia. I need to stop saying it. Okay, let's add a few other little bits around the edges. And then I think I might make these like different versions of the colors. That's the green. Oh, Evie says this is the green that she's after for her bedroom. That is a nice green, isn't it? I really like it. Green is basically my favorite color, so I'm a fan. I might leave that one there. I feel like I need a couple more little Thanksgiving-y shapes. What else is Thanksgiving-y? I wonder what will come up if I type in mash. Oh, there we go. Maybe. Look at that one. All those sausages. Maybe I'll go for just something simple like this one. Every live stream that I have done or been on since Maddie's chip stream with David Cousins, the chip helmet has been mentioned. Sausages. Yeah, I think they have sausages in a Thanksgiving dinner. Is that what you're saying, Evie? Should I? Oh, wow. Is that what I should be adding in? Some sausages? I love seeing what symbols are on here. What symbols, illustrations. There's just so many options. I'm gonna go for this one. Maybe just add that one down here. And then I feel like maybe one more thing to go around here. Trying to think. Don't they have like chestnuts? I feel like chestnuts is a thing. Let's see what chestnuts come up. Let's go with these ones. Oh yeah, sweet potato mash. Oh, sweet potato mash is good. Right, I think we're nearly there. So this is what my menu is going to look like. So if you were doing like a Christmas one, it would be so easy to just switch in, like festive Christmassy things, put, like change the colors, all that kind of thing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a page, and I'm going to add a custom size. And what I'm going to do is create basically what could be printed out as like a place card. Now, this could either be like, you might decide that you want to print these at home, or you might want to send them to the printer. So just remember that if you're sending them to a printer, it might be slightly different what they ask for depending on where you live. But in the UK, it's usually like 3mm bleed. I think that's fairly standard. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come back over here and copy the background and paste it onto here. And so basically the if you think that this square is going to be folded in half to make the place name, so I'm going to put my design in the bottom half of this, and then when it gets printed out, you'd cut it out and you'd fold it in half. So I'm going to head over here and just grab elements of this because I want it to all look really consistent so that I've got a bit of a theme for my Thanksgiving dinner. So I am going to, this is going to be their name here. Obviously, Tony is going to be invited to my Thanksgiving dinner, so we'll do his name. We'll make one for Tim in a minute. It can be a little Adobe Live Thanksgiving party. I'm going to grab some of this painty goodness, add that in. Add a bit of texture. And then, oh, didn't mean to make that disappear. And then I'm going to grab one of these little symbols. Let's see. Should we give Tony the turkey? This is a cute turkey. We'll put it over here. Put that all in the middle. So then we're just going to print those out and put them on all the plates so that everyone knows where they need to sit. Tony says, looking forward to it. Is it black tie? Yeah, let's go all out. I think black tie. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just duplicate this, and you could then duplicate it for each of your guests. So let's make one for Tim. I feel like everyone's got short names. We've got short names today. I should have gone with like Anthony and Timothy. I'm going to give Tim a different color. Let's go with the green. Let's go find Tim a different version, one of the symbols, or I keep saying symbols, illustrations, maybe the acorn. We can go out to this sort of view and you can see them all here. What I love is that I can keep all, even though these are different sizes, I can keep them in the same document. So then I can just click on the page that I need and go back in. So I'm just going to delete that, put in my acorn. And yeah, there you can see my place names. So we've got our menu, and you could just make a whole bunch of these really quickly. You can see how fast that was to do. So now you can, make a menu and place names for your Thanksgiving dinner or your Christmas dinner or any dinner party you're having. I'm definitely going to wear a green cocktail dress to our black tie. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed that, guys. Thanks for all the Thanksgiving food chat. I really enjoyed hearing what different people like eating. I hope that you found this helpful. Next week there is no Adobe Express live stream, but I'll be back the week after. If you want to stick around now, there's a great stream coming up. Paul Trani is doing an Illustrator masterclass, I think, all about designing mazes, which looks really cool. So stick around for that. Thanks for joining me in the chat, and I will see you all back here in 2 weeks' time. But I'm also hosting on Monday, so maybe see you then. Have a great weekend, everybody.